Welcome to Writer Wednesday, and this is my introduction to like the books I recommend to writers or anybody else who loves to read as much as I do. And the book is Hamnet by Maggie narrated by Jessie Buckley. And excellent narration. I really enjoyed the narration a lot. It was like she took me through it. So what I tend to do is I read the book first, and then I get the audiobook and kind of refresh and have the book kind of cemented in my brain. So the book follows like the fictional account between Agnes and William Shakespeare and throughout their lives and becoming parents, and then ultimately the formulation of becoming Hamlet. Now, in the book, it was very clear that Hamlet and Hamnet are pretty much the same thing, kind of like Chris and Christian. I know it's a poor example, but like it's kind of the same thing. So there's really it's the same meaning. So they decided to do that, and so what I enjoyed the book mostly about the book is why they fell in love with each other. Shakespeare, she could see the greatness in Shakespeare, but also Shakespeare could see the uniqueness and the wild heart that he needed from her because she was an artistic inspiration for him. And she was like this considered a witch, and they, labeled her a witch because she was an herbalist and enjoyed the woods more. I'm a witch because I enjoy it. I consider the woods my home, my first home, and libraries and bookstores my second home. But I really fell in love with Agnes. I think she was a fantastic character. I enjoyed her a lot, resonated with her. And then why they fell in love with you, and you enjoyed that part, and then becoming parents. And the thing that really stuck with me the most is when they described how when Shakespeare became a father, and he wanted to his father was make gloves, and so he kind of felt his soul disappearing, and he was drinking more, and he couldn't create, and so his wife just kind of say, hey, go to London, you need to create, you need to be a writer, you need to do what you have to do. And it hit me because I grew up near Albany, and he loved me, loved me. Probably not gonna like what I say, but I felt like living in Albany felt like my soul was being sucked out of me, and I needed to move. And when I moved, it felt more creative, more so that's why it hit home for me more. Hey, you love Albany, great, but for me, it wasn't for me. So I had to move and had to become myself and find myself and get away from there. So, and then then the grieving process, my God, that was such powerful, and it made me cry quite a lot because of how well she described grief. And then how Hamlet came about, how because of what happened to the grief that they experienced, how it was manifested and how Shakespeare learned to deal with the grief. It was spectacular. I really enjoyed it. Pick it up. You're not going to regret it. And the movie comes out tomorrow, and I'm going to have a full review of the movie on Theater Thursday, which is going to start tomorrow. So check out the book.